In man's best friend news, dying dog goes on ultimate bucket list adventure with heartbroken owner. Now this is pretty sad to say the least because this dog was diagnosed with cancer a few months ago and was only given a few months to live, and the owner decided to have an adventure with its beloved dog for the last few months it was supposed to be alive. So when the dog's owner, Todd, found out that his beloved pet was dying of cancer, he decided to make sure his final weeks together were truly memorable. And I would say after I present the article to you guys, it's very heartwarming, especially since it's around the New Year's and Christmas time, to hear about the story, because it's very nice what this guy did with his dog. Especially he didn't just want to just leave it at home and let it die. He wanted to do something nice for it and for himself, so he could feel like I spent my last 2 months with this dog in the best way possible. Now I have my dog right here. She usually sits on my lap when I'm filming, or she even sleeps with me, so we're always together. So I can kind of relate to the story in a sense, because I would want to do something fun with my dog if she was on her way out. Now I've experienced 2 dogs die in the past, which was absolutely awful for me, but eventually you learn to cope with it and just learn it's better off for them. So the heartbroken resident from Pennsylvania, which is Todd, is taking his female poodle beagle mix named Rays onto the ultimate bucket list adventure. When Todd took Rays to the vet, they diagnosed the 8-year-old dog with terminal lymphoma and gave her just 2 months to live back in November. Todd is a 36-year-old teacher from Pennsylvania, and he told NBC News, quote, "I was absolutely devastated. I loved her to death, and she was my best friend. I could count on her for a lot of things, not just companionship. To hear she's not going to be around, that really just took a toll on me. Race is so important in my life and in my family. Also, the kids at school." So, I guess, and he also goes on and says, "I always have a Ray's story to tell." And I guess he tells the story to his kids at school. I don't know exactly what age or like what grade he teaches, because they didn't go into details about that. All we know is that he's a 36-year-old teacher. They don't specify what age, but regardless, he tells stories to the kids about his dog all the time. They don't say like what kind of stories he tells, but needless to say, he does tell stories to the kids, and the kids, I guess, it seems like they grew an emotional attachment to a dog that they never even met, which I would feel the same if I was getting told stories over and over again about a dog that I don't even know. I would feel like I know it after these stories, but anyways, he goes on and says, Tom thought it would be a good idea for everyone in his life, in the dog's life, her life, to come up with an idea for the bucket list. Now, I'm only going to name a few of the 81 bucket list adventures that people came up with for him. Now, I don't know exactly if they completed all 81, but I'm going to tell you guys the ones that the article said that they completed. So, they included a trip to Niagara Falls, swimming lessons, running around the beach, getting married, sled rides, building a snowman, Christmas sweaters, going through the car wash, a relaxing bath, a Jeep ride, and also a McDonald's feast. Because who doesn't want to die and not have the last meal be from McDonald's? Now, this is very crazy that they were able to complete this many adventures in just a short few weeks. Now, he must have lived around Niagara Falls, maybe, or somewhere around there, to be able to go there, unless he traveled out of his way to go there, which I would too. If people said go to Niagara Falls for this dog, I would definitely travel to Niagara Falls. Now, I think this is all that they completed. They don't say how many he completed, but 81 adventures is a lot to do in only a couple weeks. So, Todd posted on Facebook that he would want to thank everybody who made the journey possible for him. That he would want to thank them for their prayers and their constant support on a daily basis. So, it's crazy that this guy loved his dog so much that he wanted to do this. I personally would do this, like I said before. It's very heartwarming to hear that people love their dogs, and that they would go on a exponential, if you want to say that, experience with them, and spend all this money and travel wherever they wanted to go. Spend all this money. In the end, it doesn't really matter. Money's money, and you can just make it back up. Especially if you're going to spend it on somebody you love, like your dog, which I'm going to do the same thing. So if you guys want to check out this article, this heartwarming article, the link will be down in the description box below. The link for last week's news article will be down in the description box below also. So make sure to leave a like for Rays, and may she rest in peace. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace. Computer glitch news. Computer glitch frees 3,200 prisoners early in Washington State. Washington State has freed thousands of prisoners early after a computer problem mistakenly scheduled their release.